Hi Aries, I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be a general reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for August 15th through the 31st. We're starting off on the 15th with a full moon at 22 degrees of Aquarius, and we're ending on the 30th with a new moon at almost 7 degrees of Virgo, and we have a few trines in between all of that. So this means great stuff happening, but some surprises. There are some surprises, some stressors sprinkled throughout. So let's see what we end up getting for your crowning energy from the Black Moon Tarot. Okay, let's see what we have. Any messages for Aries for August 15th through August 31st. Crowning energy, Scorpio, I transform. Pretty appropriate card for you guys, right? Lots of changes going on post this Cancer Capricorn eclipse. And guys, keep in mind, just kind of in the corner of your mind, that on December 26th, we do have the continuation of this eclipse narrative that we've been talking about. It started last July. It's not finishing up until next July. We just had the big Cancer Capricorn eclipse culminate here in July with it happening in solar eclipse in Cancer at the beginning of July, and then mid-July it was the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, and we have it happening again on December 26th. But that's going to bring us some really good changes. So see, it's beautiful, soulmate, okay? This is Wisdom of the Oracle, with my Wisdom of the Oracle deck, okay? So we have soulmates and I transform. All right, so let's pull your Rider-Waite and get the cards out, and then we're going to discuss these. Yeah, so lots of changes going on. I do know Aries, you guys are going through a lot of changes. Feeling at a bit of a crossroad in more than one area of your life for many of you, but at least one area of your life. So I can see right now this is going to be a heavy combination. Lots of love, and I'm feeling lots of career. All right, so we're going to pull for the third week and then the fourth week. We're going to pull 4 cards for each. Ooh, these guys want to come out together. Starting off with the Devil reverse. And then we'll pull a qualifying energy for the end of the week. Okay. 3 of Cups. Okay, Page of Swords. Good. Pushing some new things forward. Got the Star in reverse. That's okay. King of Wands. Okay. And the Tower. Oh, boy. All right. I mean, I love the Tower, guys. I love the Tower. Let's check out what's happening on the bottom of the deck. All right, we have the 5 of Pentacles, reverse, Ace of Wands. I do like that. And the Lover's card. Oh, and you know what? I'm sorry I have to pull this. We got the World. Oh, Aries, let's just get right into this. Okay. All right, we have a lot going on here. I'm being very hit in the head with the energies here. All right, let's talk about the Scorpio I transform first. You know, all of us have all of the signs in our chart. We do. It's just a matter of where, what house is it on. Well, a lot of us know our Sun, Moon, Rising, and some of us even know our Venus. But there's so much more to our chart. So when this comes up in a reading, this is just telling me that the archetype of Aries is going to be really tapping into their Scorpio, okay? And this is about acknowledging desire and surrendering yourself to the depths of your soul, right? I mean, there's a saying by Anne Sexton, who's a very famous writer, specifically poet. She would say, put your ear down close to your soul and listen hard. It's that kind of energy where you're being really asked to very much look at yourself. So you're going to be in a space where, when you enter a room, you're not going to have to say a word for everyone to feel your energy. You know what I'm talking about? It's your depth and your ability to understand others right now is going to be really, really profound. And the thing is here, you're going to be in a space where if you feel deeply this fear of loss of control right now, it's going to make you feel very threatened and very cornered, okay? So you're kind of in this very almost defensive mindset, right? Where you're going to be remembering a lot of things from the past. You're going to be remembering, people who have said things that have hurt you. You're going to feel very defensive. And it's just because you're going through this change and you're just trying to find your footing. So be kind to yourself during this. you're going to be tested right now because the Scorpio energy is all about being tested. You might feel isolated, many of you, and on your own, without getting much sympathy or help from others right now. And if this is the case, if this is resonating with you, just stand on your own 2 feet and do what you have to do. And just really stand up for yourself, though. If people are being unnecessarily offensive to you, unnecessarily, if you feel dishonest in any way, it's time to call them out. You're going to come out a lot stronger and a much happier version of yourself than before, even though it's going to be a very intense time going through it. So people are going to be talking about you, trying to offend you, but you're going to be calling them on it, which is really good. Now, there are a lot of positives with this card. You're definitely going to be gaining what you've worked really hard for. So by that I mean this implies like a karmic energy, karmic issues in a way that favors you. So a lot of you might feel this resurfacing. I keep getting this resurfacing of past recollections, past life recollections, things that happened to you in your deep past. Okay, so many of your relationships now that you have are going to feel very karmic, have a very karmic vibe to them. And what is karma, right? That just means that it's going to feel, again, you're going to feel tested. Because karma is all about lessons, learning lessons, right? And you're just going to feel in this space where life is a trial right now. So for some of you, this is a general reading, so I just have to say this. For some of you, you're going to be dealing with matters involving inheritance and money, such as, heirlooms, legacy, anything that comes through family or people who you're tied to from your past. It has to be from your past, okay? In the same way, you are going to be dealing with somebody who, this sounds very like cowboyish, but like wanting to seek revenge, I'm getting. For something that you did to them. Somebody is going to want to get some sort of revenge over something that you are not guilty of. So it's like this feeling you're going to be noticing, like, for lack of a better term, enemies, surfacing. So just be mindful of your reputation, okay? For those of you who are resonating with that. Now, I do want to say, as far as intimacy goes. So there are 2 things I'm getting here. One, you're going to be feeling very strong sexual attraction, okay? Whether you want it or not, it's going to happen. And obsessions are possible in this energy. So it's smart right now to try your best to not get wrapped up in intrigues with people who you don't know very well or you've only known for a short time. And don't try to manipulate or maneuver anything with these people, because it's going to backfire. It's not going to go well. New people, really, I'm getting a vibe of distrust here. But now, if romance is in question, you guys who are already in relationships, expect this to be a very transforming time period. And not something that you could just kind of, swish to the side. So in some cases, for many of you, your partner might actually seem quite aloof, and hard to reach. And matters can erupt in this energy into very unexpected, I'm going to say, passions, because it can be intense feelings of love, overwhelming, incredible sexual attraction towards each other, a deepening in that way, or it can be like passionate arguing. It really depends on the other cards that we have in the reading here, on how, what's going to end up driving that. But regardless, this relationship that you're in right now is one of the most, if not the most, transforming relationship you've ever had and you ever will have in your life. And for those of you where it has nothing to do with relationship, you want nothing to do with relationship, that's completely not in your narrative, expect a lot of changes, intensity at work, feeling restricted, having a lot of demands put on you, but in a way where they're going to be put on you in the form of actually pushing you to improve yourself. Okay? You're going to be pushed to a period of very deep self-analysis right now. Some of you might even seek out some professional help, or you might work through this time alone by reading some really relevant, really good books, or just through reflection. But do be careful with your money in this way. You can have resounding success or tremendous losses. You know, it really does depend. So just pay attention to everything right now. It's really kind of a one way or the other sort of energy with that. But regardless, there is a lot of transformation happening here. And then we have your soulmate. So when I just said, let's see what the surrounding cards say regarding relationships. For those of you in relationships, this person's your soulmate. Now understand, a lot of soulmates are also very karmic, right? Because we're here to learn lessons from our soulmate. So, you know, let's talk about this. This is about a harmonious partnership, love, friendship, guys. This could be friendship, companionship. It does not have to be intimate, okay? This could also be, a soulmate could also be not only a really tight friend, but a sibling who you're really, really close to. But regardless, this is a relationship that's meant to foster personal growth for you. You're meant to evolve and transform with the companionship of this person. So if you haven't met them, you're going to meet them. Certain people are entering your life or in your life right now who are meant to take you to the next level of healing and consciousness and authenticity. And it's always reciprocal. The soulmate energy is always reciprocal, okay? There's no one-way streets here, okay? And you know it's a soulmate if you feel this crazy pull towards them, like you've a very strong pull. And sometimes a very, very equally so, very strong aversion to them initially, right? When you first meet them. So soulmates, again, can be friends for life or remain in your life for only a short time. This is just the way the soulmate energy works. But no matter what, you're going to be changed in ways you can't possibly imagine right now. So you really want to pay attention to this because this is an incredible gift, okay? Now, when it comes to love, relationships, you want to consider love the deepest, in the deepest sense here, like really powerful, where you're never going to be quite the same version of yourself, regardless of how long your relationship lasts, whether it's a month, 6 months, 6 years, 50 years, it doesn't matter. You know, so you want to think about friendships, romantic bonds that are so compelling that you almost feel at times like overwhelmed with gratitude that they're in your life, you know? I like this because this is you really being pushed to take a very hard look at how you do relationships as well, all kinds, you know? Because this person is meant to guide you to the real you, to guide you home, meaning your home, to the real version of you. And I love this for you. This is, you're entering a period of a real journey, Aries. Strategic alliances are most important right now as you begin to attract the perfect people to support your dreams. This is a journey that you're going to share with others. So this is going to involve mentors, business partners, helpers, employees, creative partners, friends, strangers, you name it. People who you've been waiting for to enter your life, even if you don't know who they are right now. Because this, you're entering this period. The energies don't understand 1 week from the next or 1 day from the next, right? So some of you might be experiencing this now. Some of you may be experiencing it past this 2-week period. But this is the period that I did meditate on prior to filming, right? But an important relationship brings you to your knees here as well, Aries. So this is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift, right? And your patterns and all your old stories up to now that don't serve your well-being enter into the dynamic so you can heal them. Yeah, you know, this person is being called in to help you learn, even if it's uncomfortable or sticky or inconceivable, where you're left thinking like, why the hell did this person do this to me? Or why are they acting like this? Or why did this happen? You know, instead of saying that, really say, what is the gift in this for me? Where is the lesson? What am I meant to learn here? These are two very powerful crowning energies for sure. Absolutely. You're transforming. And I feel like this soulmate is absolutely part of this. So let's check out the bottom of the deck energies and see how we might not move them in. So starting off with, we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So the Five of Pentacles upright is, you know, you being in need. And this doesn't only have to be money. This could also be in need of support. Just feeling lonely. Feeling just very unsupported and alone in things. And the key here is, oh, you have support. Just look back, past your shoulder, right? This is an, you know, an alliteration to a church here. So we have the Five of Pentacles here. Just turn around and look, you have help, right? But you can't see the help. So this tells me, Aries, that you might just be very stuck in a certain mindset right now, not being able to see a move forward, right? But it's certainly not that you don't have the will. You just can't see exactly what you're supposed to be doing, because the Ace of Wands is, this is you saying, come on, let's go. Let's go. You know, Wands of will. I want to go. I want to get going. I want to change things. I feel this change coming. I want it to happen. And then we have the Lover's card. This can be an intimate relationship. This could also, the other part of this could be you and something that speaks to your heart space, guys. So this doesn't have to be intimate. It's typically associated with that, but this can as equally be a really good friend, a family member, or even a job, okay? But something that you want to take note here, two things. This is Archangel Raphael looking down and blessing them, right? Very important, because they're being blessed. We want to know that we're blessed on things that we're trying to move forward in our life, right? But notice the clouds. They're not holding hands yet. They haven't arrived yet. There are issues to work through. The clouds in the Lover's card represents problems that people, normal people, have to go through in order to deepen and solidify a foundation. Nothing is ever butterflies, unicorns, and roses straight out of the gate, nor does it stay there, right? This is about making it through the tough times, right? Making it through. And you having the will to do that, but you just not being absolutely sure how to do it. But at the end of this period, you're going to end up with the world. Okay? So it's not going to be easy getting there, but look at these cards that you have that was speaking from the bottom of the deck, which I actually think is quite powerful. So we're going to refer back to these as we go throughout, but I could tell you that the transformative relationship is nothing. It might be sticky and tough while you're going through it, but it's definitely going to be an ultimate positive for you. So we're starting out with the Devil reverse. So the devil in the most mundane sense does indicate like addiction, right? This is typically what we think of when we think about the devil. This could be substance abuse, any kind of alcohol, drugs, sex, clothes, food, just an excessive amount of something. But it can also just be, guys, it doesn't have to be any of those things. It could be being addicted to low vibrational thinking. Being stuck in that space of, well, nothing's ever happening for me. I try and nothing's ever happening for me. You know, I do try. I have good intentions. I'm a good person. It's just not happening for me. I always do my best, and I'm never reaching exactly where I want to go. Or when I feel like I reach something, why do I still feel this innate unhappiness? Why am I still feeling this emptiness? So it's this low vibrational thinking. Okay, and when it's reversed, this just indicates feeling some sense of guilt about it, and some sense of just feeling it very deeply into your soul, right? And, you know, this doesn't surprise me to get the Ten of Wands next. What is the Ten of Wands? Carrying a shit ton on your shoulders, okay? So this is the card of the multitasker. This is someone who has to take care of a home and work and, you know, deal with relationship and children, or 2 out of 4 or 5 of those things, or just one, in a way where it overwhelms you. There's this constant high level of demands on you. And on the one hand, you know you can't continue like this. But on the other hand, you don't have time to make the changes. It's like a catch-22 card in that way, right? It's like you're really unhappy. This is just an example. You're really unhappy at your job. It's so demanding. It's monopolizing so much of your time. You're not able to put time and effort into things that you really want to do in your life. And you're just feeling really overwhelmed. But you need the money. And you're so busy that you don't have time to look for another job. Or, you know, you have so many things going on at home that really no one else in your mind can actually do it. All right? But this is the thing. Being in the reverse, this tells me that what the reverse here means is that a lot of the pressure that you're feeling right now is self-imposed. And I'm not saying that you're not having demands put upon you outside of yourself. I'm not saying that. But the level of anxiety and the level of weight is primarily from you. Self-inflicted. I mean, right? Nobody's harder on ourselves than ourselves, right? So this is the energy that I'm getting from this being reversed. But then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is about, you know, this is such a cheesy word, but it's about bountiful, right? It's about you entering a space where you're just like, you're done. You're done with this devil energy, right? You're going to go through this. You're going to feel a lot of stress, so much stress. And then you're going to get to a point where you're going to just be like, you know what? It's time for me to feel what all the work that I've been putting into this, everything that I've been putting into this basket, all the hard work I've been doing. It's time, you know what? It's time that I start taking ownership of all my hard work and I start enjoying it. This is you reaching, I feel like there's a precipice here for you where you're like, you know what? Screw it, man. I'm sick of this. Look at this. I work so hard. I have 9 pentacles here. I have 9 pentacles. I'm sick of being depressed. You know what? I'm going to get my act together. I'm going to get my mind together. I'm going to do things that make me feel good. Because remember, pentacles are money, but there's also mental health. It's physical health. It's being supported. It's being able to be supportive of somebody else. And this is you tapping into what your needs are right now. This is how much money I need to do A, B, and C. This is how I expect to be supported by the people around me. And this is what I want. And you're kind of drawing a line in the sand. And then next we have the 3 of Cups. This represents to me, 3 of Cups is typically a celebration. It could be a lot of partying. The reversal, it can be heavy partying gone bad. So this can, and this is bookending with the Devil reverse. So this can be you realizing, you know what? This hasn't been serving me. This hasn't been serving me. And in order for me to be really, really happy, I have to change. If I want things to be different, I have to be different. If I want to feel differently, I have to think differently. And Aries, I'm getting very strongly that you guys are tapping into that. And you're just like, why have I been doing this to myself? Why am I giving all these people so much power in my life? Why am I letting, my partner drive me crazy like this and put all these demands on me? Why am I allowing my boss to speak to me like that? Like, why am I allowing this schedule of mine to continue? Why am I doing that? You have very definitive, strong ideas on what you think your life should be like, and you are very, very ready to implement them. The Page of Swords energy is a very strong, fresh, young perspective, and swords are thoughts and ideas, and this is consciousness, and this is you being ready to push new ideas forward, to just change the narrative of your life. This is you not wanting to be that Devil reverse anymore. You don't want it. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. So all of the pages is fresh, new energy, right? But the fact that it's reversed tells me that you're feeling stuck. Something is making you feel held back right now from starting something that's going to bring you tangible results in a way that you know are ultimately what you need. When I say tangible, yes, this can mean a new job. This can mean some sort of new resource. This could mean a new home. This could mean anything that's tangible. But in the same way, it could also be you just really wanting to get clear in your mental space, and something or someone is just really pushing your buttons in the way of your ability to feel clear-headed right now, and really clear in your mind and clear in your thoughts. So, and it's affecting you. It's affecting you mentally. It's affecting you emotionally. It could even be affecting you physically at this point, where even if other parts of your life were going along, you're feeling mentally, at least mentally held back. That's what that tells me, right? Now, the Star is the card of blessing, okay? And I feel like you're feeling like you're not able to ultimately reach what you're trying to manifest right now if you allow this person or this situation to continue holding you back. Now, guys, I do have to say this. This thing that's holding you back can be an outdated idea or ideal that you're holding on to. So this can be a dream of yours that you had, that you've been trying to achieve for a very long time, and it's just not working out for you. This might be a time to reassess what you want to do with your life, because the blessings are here for you. But what this tells me is there's something that you're holding on to that's getting in the way of this star blessing. Something you're holding on to. It could be a relationship, it could be a job, or it can be an outdated dream or ideal that you've set up for yourself. Yeah, and I see, listen, King of Wands, Aries, either you're being stubborn right now or someone in your life is being incredibly stubborn. And I do have to say it like that because it's a court card. And court cards could always be you or they can be another person. But whenever we see these wands, this will in reverse, there's a stubbornness here. There's an unwillingness to let go of ego. There's deflection here. There's, you could be doing it or somebody in your life can be doing it where they're deflecting the reason that they are not in a better place, a different place, the place that they want for themselves is because of X, Y, and Z. So there's this idea of deflection. And it's this deflection that's going to end up causing a great deal of stress. But guys, then we have the Tower. So whatever is happening here that's holding you back, it's coming down, baby. It's coming down. And I love the Tower because the Tower, yes, is it an abrupt ending to something that you thought was solid and stable in your life? Absolutely. It is, but guys, you know what? You knew it was coming. Whenever they say it's totally abrupt, 9 out of 10 times you saw this coming. Unless, God forbid, it's something horrific, right? That you couldn't possibly see coming, you know, such as a fatal accident of someone you care about, of course, right? But generally speaking, we get the little inklings that something's happening, but you know, the same way as the devil could be, you know, in the most mundane sense, you know, addiction, whatever, could also be very low vibrational thinking, right? In the same way, the Tower can just be the falling apart of old ideas and ideals that you've been holding on to for just too long that don't serve you anymore. It doesn't have to be anything falling apart in a relationship or a job. Your job can be going along just fine. You can be in a perfectly happy relationship and you have this Tower moment within yourself where you realize, you know what? I have to change the way I'm thinking. I have to change my internal dialogue if I'm going to change things in my external existence. Right? You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result in your life. And I feel like you're going to be doing this, Aries. I do, because the outcome is the 6 of Cups. And this is nostalgia. And this is you thinking back to, why do I think the way I do? Why did the relationships in my life go the way they have? Why did my jobs go the way they did? How did I end up here? This is you very much tapping into all of these things, but in a beautiful way. Now, that's for many of you. For some of you, you're going to have a Tower moment that's going to be very tangible. It can be in a relationship. It can be you lose a job. A relationship of yours falls apart and is very painful. And many of you are going to be seeking solace in friends and family. Six of Cups can also represent that. You being with people who you know genuinely love you, your tribe. Right? And for many of you, it's going to be people who you go way back with. Many of you are going to be attending weddings and some sort of celebratory, you know, could even be a block party, functions at like the beach, you know, whatever. I'm saying that just because it's summer. But there's this idea of returning to past times, right, with people, places that matter to you, that you care about. But Aries, I do feel that you're doing it in a way as you transform to really get straight in your head seriously what you want for your future. Seriously what you want. And this is going to impact your intimate relationships. And you are going to go through the gigs a little bit in your relationship. But I see you guys ending up so beautifully on the other side. Absolutely. In such a beautiful space on the other side of this. So you just give it a little bit of time, but you're going to absolutely be feeling these seeds starting now, right? I mean, again, nothing happens like that. It's not the way energy works, right? So if this resonated, for those of you who this has resonated with, it's not going to be easy to deal with this devil and this Tower, these two bookending energies. This is not going to be easy, but you're going to be so much better for it on the other side. Absolutely. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.